Hey, you guys. Welcome back to our podcast. My name's Darcy Emanuel.
My name's Aaron Emanuel.
And this is our podcast, Saved.
Super excited to be here again with you guys. Happy New Year,
2024.
Yes.
Can't believe it. It's already 2024.
I know. But, 2023, it's gone. We're on to bigger and better things.
There's a lot of learning to be had in 2023.
And a lot of things to build off of from 2023. And we're looking forward to communicating that with you all and show you guys as well.
Yeah. Really showing is really proof of our belief level within ourselves. And really that's what we wanted to come on here today and talk about is just belief level and believing in yourself and what it takes to truly reach a goal. Because if the belief level isn't there from the jump, then the goal is never going to happen. Right. So
belief level is it's what we want to talk about because we know a lot of people out there struggle with their belief level and staying consistent with their belief level because we know, better than anyone, just your belief level, it can kind of go like a roller coaster sometimes.
Well, it's the number one thing that's going to get you to what you want out of your health and wellness journey, but it's also the number one thing that's going to get you what you want out of your life. Belief level is truly believing in yourself to be able to get whatever you're searching for or whatever you're trying to achieve. If you don't have that from the jump, it's never going to be attainable. And really that's the biggest thing that I try to get the people that I coach to understand is if you don't have that within yourself, then you're just going to continue to work in circles, never finding a path to go down. It's just going to be constant, you're spinning the wheels.
Right. So you go up, you can go down. Your belief level, it could go up, it could go down. But your belief level, it goes hand in hand with your faith. If you have a strong belief, you probably have a strong faith in something. And we like to lean on our strength of God, to increase our belief levels because we know what He is leading us to. As far as we don't know how we're going to get there, but we have a mindset and a picture of what the end goal looks like.
Mm-hmm. And we're willing to put in the work to get to that end goal because we have the belief level within ourselves because of our faith in Him and, where He's guided us in this life. And
then, it's very, very vital because, guys, you're going to have days that you just don't want to do anything.
You're going to have days where you just want to, just bang your head against the wall.
Right.
Literally.
Or, right now we're in our challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And, some days have been harder than others.
Yeah.
But our belief level and our faith base, it's been the core of being able to get up every day and attack those goals.
And that is one thing we did differently in this challenge than when we did it the first time. The first time we did this challenge, the challenge that we're talking about is 75 hard. And the first time that we did it, I gotta admit, we both failed, 2-3 times before we actually did it. Yeah, before we actually did it all the way through. But one thing that sets this time, aside from the last time, is one thing we make sure we do every single day is, daily devotion. I, make sure that we listen to worship music every day, whether that's during our workout, whether that's just around the house when we're cleaning, Those are key, essential things that we do every single day just to keep our spirits high and keep our belief level high because, y'all, this is without a doubt probably one of the hardest challenges there is aside from a cold bath or sitting in the cold tub that causes you to hyperventilate. That's a totally different thing. But if your belief level's high enough, you could achieve that too. But really, I think the biggest thing that we've proven to ourselves is if we're capable of doing something as hard as this for 75 days, we're totally capable of doing whatever God has in store for us. Because you never know what your life is going to hold. You never know when, things are going to be taken from you or life is going to change or life's going to flip upside down.
But the main thing is, do you have a picture? Do you have a vision? Can you see the end before you get there, right? Because we have no idea how we're going to get there in the end. We have no idea when those goals, when God is going to bless you with whatever it is that you're praying for.
Or if that's even going to be the path that He guides you down. Exactly. But if you believe that you want to obtain something within 8 weeks, 75 days, a year, whatever you want, if you believe in that and you hang your hat on that and have a why behind getting to that point? Like, why are you working towards this goal? Is it because you're trying to look like somebody else? Is it because you want to have those abs that she has or that booty that she has? Or,
Right.
you know, is that your why, or is your why more?
Is it deeper?
Yeah, is it because, you know, you feel like this is a path that you're supposed to go down? You feel like if you get that, like, physicality, you're going to be able to find somebody that, you know, is the person that you're looking for to share your life with, or because you want to get healthy to have children. Like, what is your why behind why you're working towards your health and wellness goal, or towards your business goal?
And we really want you guys to dig deep. Don't be shallow with your why, okay? Look into yourself. Find out what it is that you truly want for yourself, first. Once you figure that out, it's going to be a lot easier for you to adapt to the people around you and the stuff that might happen from day to day that you really can't control. Because you can't control the things that happen day to day. You can't control the ups and the downs. You can't control, who comes at your door. You can't control those things. But you can control your belief level. You can control your faith level. And if those things are going hand to hand, you believe and you have the faith in that end picture and what you see for your life, for your family, but yourself first, you'll be able to do that.
Like, your why can without a doubt be your family, but it needs to be deeper than that. Why are you doing it for you? Why do you want to achieve this for you? Because you matter too. Just because you have children, just because you have grandkids, just because you have a whole family that relies on you, you matter too. So on those hard days when your kids are sick, or somebody in your family's sick, or you got to take care of somebody else, what is going to help you pick yourself back up off the ground? Know that you're exhausted, know that you're tired, know that you just want to lay your head on the pillow and go to bed. What is going to keep you going to get to that goal? What is that why?
Right.
Because the belief and having that why to stand firm on, that is the only thing that's going to get you to that goal.
Right. And we got to stay strong in our belief level. We can't hinder our belief level. We can't go up and down with it. It's going to, but you have to fight that urge. You have to remember the writing on the wall, what it is that you want for your life, how you see your life, and where you plan to take your life. Day by day, what it is that you want.
Because the first time you fail yourself, yes, it's going to be like your first attempt in learning, but the first time you do it, the second time is going to be so much easier because you learned how to fail the first time. So you're going to be like, I'll just read these 10 pages tomorrow. I already failed one time. What is it to start over again? Like, no. It's going to be so much harder on you to continue to push past and work towards what you believe in when you give up on yourself the first time. So remember that.
And you can really tell by looking at somebody or interacting with somebody where their belief level is.
Or how bad they want something.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if you get that feeling, man, this person, he or she just really doesn't care about the opinions of others. You know that person has a strong belief level, right? And you can feel those things. It's not something that they just talk about. It's just something that happens over time because of the interaction with that other person.
Yeah, but if somebody does care about the opinions of others, it's likely caused by a trauma, and getting to the core of that trauma is going to help them get past whatever they're dealing with so they can have that belief level in themselves. Like, I think that's what I struggled with for a long time. Like, I always cared about what everybody else thought. And, just like we were talking about today, sometimes I won't post on social media just because I'm scared of what other people are going to think. Like, I have all these drafts saved where I feel like I could truly help somebody change their life by just saying one inspiring thing, but I save them in the draft instead because I lack that belief level within myself. So that is one of the next things I'm working on. Like, you're constantly growing, you're constantly changing. You need to learn these things that trigger you, or that are like, not necessarily always traumas, but like there's reasons behind the way that we act towards certain things, and you will discover these things unlike any other journey that you go down when you do invest in your health and wellness. And that's why we're so passionate about it.
And you have to give yourself time, okay? You're not going to just figure it out as soon as possible. You have to give yourself time to actually, think about, okay, why do I feel this way? Dig deep into, why is my brain even moving in this direction to feel this type of way where I give two shits about this person's opinion.
Yeah, I'm about 2-3 years shy of being in this industry for like a decade. And I'm still giving a shit about what people think. For what? Like,
and we want to, that, like we said, it's important for us to talk about these things because we go through them too. And your belief level, yeah, it can go on a little bit of a roller coaster, but if you stay strong to the reasons why, God even put you in the situation that you're in today, you might be able to get a step closer to that level of belief and faith of what you're on.
Exactly. Don't let that imposter syndrome come into your head and make you think you're not deserving of where you're at in this life. Like, God wouldn't have placed you right here, right now, where you're at if he didn't want you to be here.
Right. Think about it for a reason. You're not going to know exactly why you're there, but eventually he's going to provide those answers for you through experience on why you went through A, B, and C.
And through just learning about his word.
Right.
Like, if you haven't even started that, that's a great place to start.
It's a great place to start because, honestly, just reading the word, the greatest book ever written, I mean, it's really, it does something to you because you're able to find answers, about yourself. I know sometimes it's hard for people to just read the Bible because they talk about different languages and it's like just the
different
verbiage.
wording.
It's
Yeah,
just hard for people to grasp the concept of what they're actually talking about. But I guarantee you just keep reading, things are going to make sense to you. And there's so many different versions that you can find online that will make sense to you. Like, we have a Bible that we study from daily that truly helps us that we just found on Amazon. Y'all.
Yeah, it's called The Bible in a Year. But my sister showed me something in the new year called the Bible Recap. So you get on the podcast channel, so it's on, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever. It's called the Bible Recap. And it's going to tell you each podcast episode which chapters you should be reading. So last night I read like Job 1 through 5. And it's going to tell you, all his story. I'm going to read it the way that I read it, translate it the way that I translate it, take the notes within my app, my Bible app. And then from there you can go to the podcast and you listen to the actual summary of everything you just read, because I could take it one way, and I took it a very powerful way, but then she's going to explain within that, or whoever's on the Bible recap for that day is going to explain the breakdown of what they're truly trying to tell us within those chapters.
Right, because you might be at church or Bible study or whatever the case may be, and just because that message didn't touch that person doesn't mean it's not going to touch you. So it's okay to listen. Open your ears, open your eyes.
We translate things differently, yeah.
Right.
If you don't even try, you're never going to learn.
Exactly.
And if you don't have a bigger belief system, you're not ever going to have belief in you.
Right. So we encourage you to increase your belief level to figure out what is that greater purpose for your life.
Because some of you might not even know. Some of you might just feel like you've been spinning your wheels for the last 15 years, and you might have been. But what is your path? What is your purpose? What light are you trying to bring to the world? Or what light do you already bring to the world that you could really dive deeper into if you just learned a little bit more about yourself?
And it all goes back to your belief and your faith, and what you believe in, what you have faith in, because that's the strength of you, and that's going to get you through those hard times.
It really is.
We promise. I can say, for myself, it's just like I'm at that point where, are people going to be surprised when, me and my family, we get to that level where we want to be at? I don't think they're going to be surprised because they're going to see the levels of work that we're putting in on the daily basis, not, on social media, when we're at the gym, or wherever we're at. You're not going to be surprised when we get to that level because they're going to be like, well, they've been doing that.
Yeah, it's just hard for me to, for me personally, Aaron's great at it, but for me personally,
I haven't always been.
I know, but for me personally, I feel like it's kind of hard to, show that work we're putting in, but I feel like it's so necessary so people know, this shit is not easy. And it takes years. We've been at this for a while now.
Yeah. It takes time.
It takes time, but God's not going to put you through trials, tribulations. He's not going to take you down the path that he's taking you down unless he's trying to teach you something.
Right.
So through everything that we've gone through, it's been a lesson for the bigger purpose,
And to add on that, like what you're saying, he's not going to put you in a situation, guys, that you can't handle. If you can handle it, I guarantee you can handle it. If you're in it, you can handle it because he put you in it for a reason. So don't trip.
And you mamas that had these children, if anyone can do it, y'all can do it. Let me tell you.
Strong women.
Yes.
Right.
If anyone can do it, y'all can do it.
So-
You have been through that. You can make it through anything.
Never
Like,
think that you're not strong enough. Never think that you're not good enough. You're not worthy enough to get through whatever the hell you're going through at the moment.
and if you do think that, you damn sure better call us, because we're going to be right here to tell you that that is not true.
Right.
Like, sometimes the devil tries to creep into our lives, y'all, and you got to shut that shit down. Immediately listen to worship music, do your Bible study, because when he's coming at you, sometimes it can feel like your whole world is sinking. But
And
that's when your belief level has to be the highest.
And it could come from different ways, and it could come from people that are close or near to you.
People that are close to you, watch out. People that are near to you that you work with,
Right.
family members sometimes, like, watch out for that.
I felt like there's been a lot of messages that God has sent me from complete strangers. Like, people I have never met before in my life for that 5
Especially in
minutes or
the
something.
last year, you've
And
had
it's
some
like-
crazy
And it's
situations
like, dang,
happen.
like, I never met this person, or they don't know me from nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And they tell you something, and it's like,
It touches
something
your
clicks.
soul. Yeah, it's good.
So if you can relate to that, leave a comment below.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I mean, that stuff's real, and he's really trying to get to you.
He is.
Because it's true what they say about, like, when we were coaching, if you're coaching, right? Like, our boys, it's gonna come a point where your kids are not gonna listen to you as much, because they don't want to listen to mom and dad anymore. They want to hear a different voice.
Mhm.
I've heard that from multiple parents that I've coached, as far as to coach their kids. Well, John doesn't want to listen to me anymore. He doesn't want to take my advice. I think he needs another voice in his life.
Mhm.
That's the same thing when God is trying to come to
Mm.
you from a different voice.
That was a good
You have
analogy.
no idea
Yeah.
where this person's coming from, and then you hear it differently. Although Darcy could have told me this 10 times, 10
He
days
gets
in a
so
row.
frustrated
And
at me.
I never really
because
paid
it's-
attention. But then someone random comes along
Yeah.
and says the same shit.
He gets so frustrated with me
And-
because that happens. Like, he'll be telling me something for months, and then somebody else tells me, I'm like, yeah, I never thought of it like that. And he'll be like, I just told you that last week.
You just hear it different when it comes from,
From
a
another
random,
mouth, yeah.
different mouth.
Yeah.
And that's God talking to you.
It
y'all.
is.
So just understand that all those things, they can add up to encouraging your belief level,
Mm-hmm.
your faith-based level. And that's where it really starts, y'all.
It really does. So if you were impacted by this, or if you know somebody that can be impacted by, what we had to say today, or would just like to share this with anybody that you feel called to share it with, or you feel like needs to hear it, it's probably because God's telling you they need to hear it. So be sure, share it, like this.
Comment.
Comment if you feel like you even need us to reach out to you, or if you're having a bad day, be sure that you reach out to us on social media, or message us, or text us, or something. I know most of y'all probably work with us in some way, shape, or form. So
Right. So don't forget, guys.
You got this.
And have a great rest of your day.